Welcome to my channel. My name's Patty. Today, I'm going to be sharing a true story about the deadly secrets of the poison rings. We're going to be exploring the shadowy world of poison rings, jewelry pieces that carried secrets far beyond their sparkling gems. Some were used to protect, some to hide small objects, and some to cause harm discreetly. These rings are a window into history, a world of power, secrecy, and survival. Let's uncover the true story behind them. Poison rings date back centuries to ancient civilizations in Rome, India, and the Far East. They were designed with small hidden compartments, often beneath a gemstone or within the band itself. These compartments could hold poison, perfumes, powders, and even tiny keepsakes. The key feature was secrecy. Only the wearer could access what was inside. Many of these beautifully crafted rings were hiding their secret behind beautiful gems, enamel, and engraved designs. Some had tiny sliding tops, rotating sections, or hidden openings, allowing access only by those who knew the secret. Beyond decoration, these rings were functional, bridging art and utility in a unique way. In ancient Rome, some officials used poison rings in moments of extreme danger to avoid capture or harm by enemies. The rings offered a discreet way to protect themselves when facing threats. During the Middle Ages, European aristocrats embraced poison rings as symbols of secrecy and influence. Many held perfumes, tiny religious relics, or personal keepsakes, all hidden in plain sight. These rings were both a fashion statement and tools for survival, a fascinating mix of elegance and practicality. The true history of poison rings. Jewelry has always symbolized wealth, beauty, and power, but some pieces hid a deadly secret. Tiny compartments inside rings once carried poison. At first glance, a poison ring looks like a normal ring, but look closer and you'll see a small hinge on the bezel. Lift it and a hidden compartment appears. It could hold poison or a single drop of liquid. They were used in 3 ways: to poison food or drink, to carry a personal escape dose, or to avoid capture by enemies. One of the most famous names linked to the poison rings is Lucrezia Borgia. She lived during the Renaissance in Italy in the late 1400s. The Borgia family was powerful, feared, and surrounded by scandal. Lucrezia Borgia, daughter of Pope Alexander VI, was a Renaissance noblewoman born in 1480. She was often associated with intrigue and poison plots. Stories claim Lucrezia carried a poison ring. It was said she used it at banquets to quietly eliminate enemies. Some historians believe this was propaganda spread by rivals, but the rumors stuck. Even today, her name is tied to poison rings. Ancient Greece. Demosthenes, a noted Greek orator and statesman, opposed Alexander the Great, became famous for his speeches warning Athens about Philip II of Macedon. Despite overcoming a speech impediment, he rallied citizens against tyranny. After Athens was defeated by Macedon, facing imminent capture, he chose to use poison privately to avoid brutal detention. This account underscores the dire situations where poison rings or concealed substances played a role. Ancient Rome. Emperor Heliogabalus was a controversial teenage Roman ruler from 218 to 222 CE. Famous for introducing the worship of the Syrian god Heliogabalus, his reign was marked by lavish spending, religious upheaval, and controversy. Historical accounts report that he possessed a poison ring, possibly as a safeguard or a status symbol. He was assassinated at the age of 18, and his body was thrown into the Tiber River. It illustrates how rulers perceived and protected themselves in perilous times. Acqua Tofana. In 17th century Italy, Giulia Tofana created a poison called acqua tofana. Sold in tiny vials disguised as cosmetics, the liquid was clear, tasteless, and almost undetectable. Records suggest it contained arsenic, lead, and other substances. It became known as the widow's friend. Why? Because it was sold to women trapped in abusive marriages. They used it to secretly free themselves from violent husbands. Poison rings provided the perfect way to carry aqua tofana. Just a flick of the ring's lid and the drop could fall into a drink. Julia Tofana was executed in 1659 when her network was exposed. In 16th century France, Queen Catherine de' Medici was accused of keeping poisoned jewelry. Enemies claimed she used them to control the royal court. While many accusations were exaggerated, some accounts suggest she did use poison as a political tool. Rings linked to her court survive today, with secret compartments inside. Though evidence is scarce, these accounts fueled the legend of poisoned rings. Historical reports describe several chilling methods. At feasts, poison could be slipped into a guest's wine. Spies could brush a small amount on their lips, choosing death over capture. Rivals could carry their own poison in a ring, both a weapon and a shield. The poison ring was more than jewelry. It was a symbol of power, fear, and survival. Some used to eliminate rivals, others carried them as a way out if captured, and some never used them at all. But the rumor alone inspired fear. Throughout history, tiny rings often concealed more than gemstones. Even centuries later, these rings remind us at a banquet, the deadliest weapon wasn't always a sword. Sometimes it was the glittering jewel on a finger.